What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Friday. You know that means we got to make our score predictions. We got to talk about the game that's on Sunday. We have a playoff game, 49ers versus the Dallas Cowboys. Feeling fresh with the new Jeff Hamilton jacket. Shout out to Jeff. We got the Yak Brothers shirt under this, but hey, we're going to talk all about it. Let's get the intro. Let's get to it. What's up, everybody? How are we feeling? It's Friday. I'm hyped up. It's time for a game on Sunday, a big game, a rivalry game. Well, the rivalry was renewed. I remember being young, Buck, and Dallas and 49. Dallas and San Francisco was the ticket to watch, and it's the ticket to watch this weekend. If you guys are looking at the tickets, the standing room only is like $500. The most expensive tickets are like $4,000 or $5,000. It's crazy. These tickets are unbelievable. It's the hottest tickets. Part of it is because I think, last week San Francisco didn't make a lot of money as they normally would in the playoffs because of the rain. So the tickets were cheap to get people to come. And also, they're trying to detract Dallas from coming because they travel well. So we're trying to make it expensive so Dallas fans won't come to this game. But I'm sure they're still going to be there. It's going to be a crazy game. All the talk has been going wild. This is going to be the 9th time that the 49ers and the Cowboys have met in the playoffs. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's 9 times. That's like it's tied for the NFL record. I can't wait. Niners fans for life says I bought mine over a month ago. I got a deal. You're smart. You're smart. I wish I was smart like you. Angel Leon says I'm selling my organs to buy some tickets. I might have to do the same. You don't need 2 kidneys. I could probably function without one of my kidneys, so I could probably get rid of that. I could probably, appendix is worthless. I can sell an appendix if someone needs it. I don't know. Steven Reynolds says Cowgirl fans got exposed. Tattoo of Cowboys, Super Bowl 2023. The Niner fans are hype, but Cowboy fans are just a little different. They're built a little differently. So I'm hyped up. It's gonna be a fun game. We gotta talk all about it. D says, "Where'd you get the jacket? It's tough. It's a Jeff Hamilton original, custom made. He got it. Sent it to me. Look at it. Faithful to the Bay. Whew. Fresh patches, leather jacket. I'm feeling good. I feel like $1 million in this jacket. 100%. I do. Steven, I don't know about that. I don't know about this comment. I'm just gonna pin it. I don't know about that one, my boy. I don't know about that one, my boy. You need 2 of those ones, my boy. I don't know. Jair says we got Bill Vinovich as our ref. We are 1-5 with him as the ref. Thoughts of that? We're gonna go 2-5 this weekend. I hate it. I'm sick. I don't like Vinovich. We know what happened in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. We know it. Kind of a dirty guy. Could be some weird calls. Jerry Jones could have the pockets emptied for this guy, but I'm not gonna sit here and think that he's gonna have any bearing in this game because if the 49ers are the better team should win. That's it. We're going to go 2-5 against Vinovich. I get it. He's a piece of trash and we don't like him, but hey, it is what it is. So we got it. We got to take care of this game. And there's several key factors, and that's what I want to talk about today. There's a lot of key factors. So the first one, we'll get right into it. So we've talked about CMC and everybody, but I'm going to be right and honest and say Brock Purdy, his performance is going to be the biggest factor of this game, right? We've been talking all day, every week about the quarterback, Dak Prescott, lining up against the 49ers. But it's the 49ers quarterback, Brock Purdy, who will have a lot of pressure. He's a rookie. He hasn't won no rookie has ever won a Super Bowl. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Brock Purdy. Will he be able to come in and do the thing and, withstand the pressure? That's going to be a question on a lot of people's minds. He's done it well. This is probably the best defense he's had to go up against. So they're going to be, attacking him. Parsons, you know he's going to be coming for blood on this game. They're going to want to attack Purdy. He's done well. You know, he's had the ability to escape pressure. He's done so good since he's come in. But this is definitely the biggest game of his career, of his season right now. He started 6 games. He's undefeated. You know, he got a little taste of the playoffs last week. This is going to be the biggest test for Brock Purdy. Everybody's saying the same thing for Dak, so you got to put the same energy on Brock. I think he'll be able to handle it. We have a great set of weapons around him. You know, CMC, Debo, everything. He's kind of, you can just see the leadership he has. He's just poised. And I think, you know, he's a very humble young man, but he's also has a lot of experience in his career. He played 4 years in college. It was a big college, you know. He played against SEC schools in his time there. He played against some good players in college. I know the pros is different from college, but he has experience, and he's shown it this year. He's not afraid. The moment's not too big. So Brock Purdy will definitely be a guy that's going to be, you know, hopefully he doesn't make mistakes. Hopefully he doesn't fold under this pressure, because he's been having a very high level of play since he's come in. And I think Brock Purdy definitely is going to be a guy that is going to have to be having a good, you know, he's going to have a good game. He's going to make mistakes. Obviously, he's done it several times. He's made a few mistakes here and there, but he bounces back very well from those mistakes. And that's the big key is, can Brock Purdy bounce back if he makes a mistake? Will they make a mistake? He's been almost perfect lately. I mean, it's crazy. Like, here's the stats. He's done a good job against pressure. He has a 97.1 passer rating. He's among the best 8 quarterbacks remaining in the playoffs. He's just thrown 1 interception compared to his 5 last touchdowns against Seattle. So, yeah, against Seattle, he threw 5 touchdowns and 1 interception against Seattle. And it's, you know, a formidable team, a playoff team we played. And he also posted the most passing yards in a playoff game by any 49ers quarterback, not named Joe Montana. He's just doing good. You see all the stats every week. The stats accumulate for Brock Purdy. First quarterback to do this. First quarterback to do this. It's crazy. Every week he does something that we're just like, oh my God, blown away. He's got no pressure on his shoulders. Mr. Irrelevant. Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. All right? Mikey, my boy, says everybody thinks Dallas defense is going to give Purdy a hard time. Watch Brock show how Purdy is, how Purdy his game is. And again, that's what he's been doing, because everybody every week expects him to fold. Every week they expect him to just say, okay, he can't do it. He can't do it. He's going to finally fold under the pressure every single week. Every single week. And he keeps just rising above. He keeps proving everybody wrong. He keeps proving everybody wrong that he can do it. And it's amazing, you know, and that's what I feel so special about this. He just has something in him. Every week you see him and you're like, there's no way. There's no way. The media's like, there's no way. And boom, there sure is a way. He comes up, makes amazing plays. The mobility, he's been running out of the pocket. I'm sure they're going to try to force him to run a lot more this week. You know, try to get him on the run with Parsons out there, leave him on an island against Parsons, and they're going to try to force him to, you know, be scared under pressure. But this kid doesn't get scared. He's been able to stand up and take nasty hits and still throw those passes. And you know, it's crazy with Purdy. He's just got no fear. I love it. He's got no fear out there. He stands up, throws passes, takes the hit, and he lives to see another day. Now, you know, he played through an oblique injury, the rib injury. He played through all those injuries, and he kept on pushing, and he kept on pushing, man. I love Purdy. He's tough. He's a warrior. Tough SOB, man. You know, George, this is it. Purdy will ball, and people will say he's getting carried. People are so upset. People are so mad. They're so angry. Oh, he's just getting carried. He's just getting carried. Blah, 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 blah. He's putting out the stats. You see the stats every week. He delivers. But Purdy will be one of the big X factors for this game. Can he cook? Can he do it? Speaking of X factors, the defense, right? We got a lot of talk about the defense. Demeco Ryans, if you guys are seeing the tweets out there, he finished his first interview with the Texans. Let me see. They just tweeted this out. So let me see. Yeah. So the Texans tweeted out that we have completed an interview with Demeco Ryans for a head coaching position. So, you know, he's definitely got a lot of interviews. Can he stay focused? Is Demeco Ryans going to be distracted? He's been having a lot of busy last few days. Interview here, interview there. Colts, Broncos, Texans, they all want a piece of him. He said he's going to be focused. Is Demeco going to be focused to call a good enough game to beat Dallas? Can he make those adjustments? That's going to be a key. Can the 49ers stay steady and make those second half adjustments? Because the 49ers, through this 11-game win streak, they've been the best second half team, right? Second half team, they just make so much good adjustments. And it's going to be a big test. Can Demeco keep his mind straight? It is a tough position for him to be in. Everybody wants Demeco. He's a popular guy. And will Demeco be able to get this team rolling right? I think the team's going to be solid, but you got to make sure you're out there and your mind's in the right place. When the game's going on, where's Demeco's head's going to be? I'm sure it's going to be fixated in the game, but I do think there will be a little level of distraction that people are going to say, oh, is Demeco distracted? He's probably going to be getting his phone blown up the next few days. He's got interviews here. But I think he's going to be rock solid and he's going to be focused. He knows this is his big moment, because whether he takes a job or not this offseason, a lot of it, I think, hinges on winning a Super Bowl. If he can tell any of these, positions, these GMs or teams, these owners that are hiring him, and he can say, hey, look, my team won a Super Bowl. This is my price. That's his resume stat. That's his that's going on his resume. That's going to be the stat pattern for his resume. So I know he's going to be focused on winning a Super Bowl and winning this game. He said it. I'm going to take his word for it. But, there is a little level of doubt, I guess, is the word. I hate to say I doubt it. I doubt him because I don't. But there is a certain degree of, man, he's going to be exhausted, right? He's going to be a little tired. So it is what it is. But you can't really wait till the offseason. We've talked about it. I get it. It's one of those things. These teams, their offseason started now. Like everybody says, we should wait for the offseason. Our offseason doesn't start because we're great. We're a good team. These other teams, their offseason is already started. They ain't waiting for anybody. They got to get things rolling. So I think Mayoko just tweeted about this right now. Let's see. The Houston Texans announced they've completed their interview with the 49ers defensive coordinator, Demeco Ryans, for the vacant head coaching job. Ryans interviewed with Broncos on Thursday. Yeah, so there you go. Definitely a popular man. A popular man. You got to love it. So going to be something interesting to see. No Border Sports. Dallas has never seen 21 personnel like this. They have. They have not seen a team like this. Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, everybody, they're going to smash them, Juice. And, Parsons last night in his press conference, he did say, because the interviewer, the reporter says, you guys haven't faced a team like the Niners. He goes, well, they haven't faced a team like us. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. He did, he's gassing up his team. He's hyped up. He did say they're the underdogs. He says, we are going to go out there and prove that we're the team to beat and rah-rah this and rah-rah that. And he basically said that, the 49ers haven't played a team like the Cowboys. And the Niners played the Chiefs. Let's be real with it. So he says, I'm super excited. This is who I wanted. Parsons has been waiting for this game. I feel like all these guys are coming into this game with a revenge on their mind. They all want a revenge on their mind. This whole team is like in revenge mode, the Cowboys. They're all like, oh, we got to get revenge. Dak Prescott, I've been circling this day on my calendar, basically. He says, this is most definitely the matchup I wanted with Dak Prescott. He goes, I think this whole team wanted this matchup. They're all waiting for the Niners. They're all waiting for the Niners. They got to be careful what they wish for. They got to be careful for what they wish for. You know what I mean? They definitely have to be careful for what they wish, because they're going to get the Niners now. This is it. They're painting a target on their back. That's it. The Cowboys have been talking all week. The media has been talking all week. You got ESPN, they do this for views. They said today, 3 of their analysts, if you want to call them that, Ryan Clark, Greeny, and Tim Hasselback, they all picked the Cowboys. Rob Ninkovich, he picked the Niners. Only smart guy, Rob. But ESPN does this every year. They did the same thing last year. They picked the Cowboys. Because they want that upset. Because if they get the upset, they're going to say, haha, I told you so. I told you so. That's what they do. That's what the media does. They want to drive up the views. And again, if you bet against the 49ers, you're going to get a lot of people in your engagement. You get a lot of people engaging with you, and they're going to be like, oh, look, these idiots. You know what I mean? So it's funny. Hey, Boogie says, the only Cowboy I root for is my guy, Justin Smith. 100%. My boy, Justin Smith. You got to love it. You got to love it. Justin Smith was the best Cowboy of them all. So a couple more X factors of this game. Again, we talked about Brock Purdy. Can he handle the pressure? Now, the Cowboys. We just talked about Dak Prescott, right? And he's been sitting here saying, I'm so excited for this game. He's coming off a big game against Tampa Bay, a team the Niners crushed too. Tampa Bay was 8-9 team. Dak Prescott has a lot of pressure on his shoulders. You know, he had a really good game the other day against Tampa Bay. He didn't have any turnovers, but he's been turning the ball over like crazy this season. Can he stay, can he stay in the pocket and deliver? Can he avoid the pressure? The Niners are going to bring that pressure. Can Dak Prescott deliver a game where he doesn't have turnovers? That's the key, because the turnover battle is going to be huge in this game. Huge in this game. If the 49ers win the turnover battle, there's no way I think that Dallas wins this game, because the 49ers defense is going to be all over them. The Niners offense has been money in the bag, 33.5 points, over the last couple of weeks. And they've just been scoring. And with this defense and them scoring, it's going to be a perfect storm. And I definitely feel that if Dallas Cowboys lose this turnover battle, it's going to be an ugly night for them. It might get really, really out of hand. So, again, Nick Bosa, all the pressure, Charles Omenihu, Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, they got to keep everything coming and put all the pressure on Dak and force him to be uncomfortable, force him to make turnovers. Because everybody's saying, yeah, Brock Purdy, a lot of pressure on the young man. Of course. But Dak Prescott, a lot of pressure on him. I think it was the first time they won a road playoff game in like 30 years. Cowboys typically get to the point in the playoffs where it crumbles for them. And there's going to be a lot of pressure. It's Dallas. They always expect to go all the way. They always expect to be the top team in the NFL. And Jerry Jones, he spends all this money on players typically. And, he brings all this hype to the Cowboys. It's America's team, according to the, media. And they gas up the Cowboys. It's a huge media market. Dallas, there's going to be a lot of pressure on the Cowboys. And another thing people aren't saying enough of, the Dallas Cowboys are traveling. I think this is their 5th game where they're traveling on the road. 5th straight game on the road. That takes a toll. The Niners did it last year where they had to travel a lot. It took their toll, man. We went to 3 playoff games. By the time we got to Rams, you could tell they were tired, exhausted. Now the Cowboys have to be on the road every single week. You get jet lag. You get tired of traveling, staying in hotels. It's a tough process. And that travel is going to hurt the Cowboys. I'm telling you, nobody's talking about this enough. Travel is tough, and being on the road is tough. You know what I mean? And having to go into another team's stadium is tough. Having the roar of the crowd of the opposing team barking at you, it's going to be tough, man. There's going to be a loud presence in Levi's. I know Cowboys fans travel well. There will be a decent amount, but it's still going to be a Niner takeover. They're going to be screaming their heads off, man. So, another big question, though, is the 49ers secondary. Can they keep the Cowboys at bay? Can they keep those receivers at bay? Cowboys do have good players. CeeDee Lamb, he's very good. And, he's going to be a big factor. Can they take down CeeDee Lamb? I think Mooney Ward has a big game. I've been saying it all week. I think he has an interception. I think he's going to put clamps on CD. I think he's going to get in his head. He's smaller than DK, and I think Mooney Ward matches up against him very well. They've played against each other they played against each other last year when Kansas City played him, and he got an interception on him. Actually, I believe Mooney Ward was on the practice squad of the Cowboys years ago when he first came to the league, and he matched up against CD, I would imagine, in practice. They got rid of I think they traded Mooney Ward to the Chiefs, and he was on the Chiefs for 2 or 3 years. And, he made a big-time play last year. It was his contract year, basically, for Mooney Ward, and he was pretty solid, and the Niners gave him a big bag. And now, biggest game of Mooney Ward's career at this point right now, unless they get to the next week, NFC Championship game. But right now, this is going to be the biggest game, big test, CeeDee Lamb, Mooney Ward, let's go. And you also got to remember Deommodore Lenoir. This is going to be a big test for Deommodore after a nice game last week. They're going to keep challenging him, and he has to keep bringing it. So, definitely, man, CeeDee Lamb, he's good, but I don't think he's as physical as a guy as DK, and I think that Mooney can handle him because Mooney's a physical guy, and I think if he can get up there and jam him on the line, he's going to make things very tough for CD. You remember the first time the Niners, well, actually the second time the Niners played Seattle, Mooney Ward was just under DK's skin, and he was getting him, he was crawling under his skin. He was getting them upset, and that's what I think CD can do, Mooney can do to CD this weekend. If he can get in his head and just be physical with them, it's over. It's over. It's over. That is the guy. And then you got Dalton Schultz. That's a good player. He's a good tight end. But you got the linebackers, baby. You got the linebackers, Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, and then the safeties, Talanoa Hufanga and Tashawn Gibson. Tashawn Gibson has been so underrated this season. I think he's going to have a big game. But I also think that Hufanga is due for a big time performance tonight or on Sunday. I have a big feeling about Talanoa, man. He's due. Like, you can tell. Like, it's been too long since he's made a big play. And I absolutely think that Hufanga has a nice big play. A lot of people have been questioning Hufanga. Why was he an All-Pro? He kind of fell apart towards the end of the season. Watch out for Hufanga. I think he's going to have a nice game this week. I think he's going to bring the body hit. He's going to have a big hit. And I think he's going to make a big impact play. He has been quiet, Israel. But I think that this week, Talanoa Hufanga has a big game. Tony Pollard's going to be also involved in the passing game as well as the running game. The guy's a weapon. Tony Pollard is really good. He's going to be tough. But Dalton Schultz, man, that's the guy that the Niners have to be able to contain. He's a very good target, safety blanket, red zone guy. Linebackers have to be all up on him. Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw. They got to start Dalton. They got to stop Dalton Schultz. Let's see. He caught 7 passes for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns against Tampa Bay. He was good, man. Dalton Schultz was all over the place. Last season's matchup, I have it written down here. Dalton Schultz led all Cowboy receivers in last season's matchup with the Niners with 7 catches for 89 yards. So he was definitely getting his last year. But yeah, Tony Pollard definitely has been a good receiver this season. He's got 3 touchdowns in the red zone. He's got 9.5 yards per catch this year. Tony Pollard is going to be a guy that they're going to try to use like CMC. They try to use him in that, slash type role, the versatility role. CMC, Pollard is kind of that same vibe they get. So again, turnovers, secondary, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, who's going to win the quarterback battle? I feel like those are 2 major parts of the game for these teams. And then you got to remember that. Let me see what else I wrote here. Yeah, Brock Purdy. And then the ground game. Let's get right. The biggest key for the 49ers is their running game, right? CMC. They done pissed this man off this week. The radio is talking all this da-da-da-da-da. The Dallas Cowboys didn't have to play against CMC last year. They had Debo. We love Debo. He was great last year. He killed it, right? And you also have Ray McLeod, who can be sprinkled in anywhere. You got Elijah Mitchell, who's healthy. You have Jordan Mason, and you got CMC. Last year, they didn't have to play against CMC. This guy's been the ultimate X factor. They're 11-0 since he became starting running back. He's changed the offense, and this guy's locked and loaded. He is just ready to go crazy, man. Ready to go crazy. I'm telling you, man. This CMC, he's going to go crazy. We're going to get back to this real quick. I want to look at some of the comments. Randy says, I won't hold my breath, but Gibson definitely gets one. So Randy thinks that Tashawn Gibson is going to get an INT. He says Gibson is your all-pro. Gibson was great this year. Showboat says CMC is dynamite. This guy is unbelievable. We heard what Skip Bayless said earlier in the week. He's an idiot. But he says that Pollard's better, slightly more explosive, whatever. They sleeping on CMC, man. I'm telling you, CMC is going to go crazy. I have a huge inkling that Christian McCaffrey is going to be the major X factor. He's going to get like 2 touchdowns. He's going to go. This is going to be his best football game of his career. This is going to be a CMC masterclass. I'm calling it now. CMC masterclass game. NFC divisional playoff. 49ers Dallas. You heard it right here. Christian McCaffrey is going for 200 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns. He is going to go absolutely bananas. That's my prediction. That is my bold take. Last week, my bold take, Deommodore Lenoir, game-sealing interception. This week, my bold prediction is Christian McCaffrey, 200 yards from scrimmage, his greatest game of all time, and he's going to have 2 touchdowns, and he's going to be the reason the 49ers beat the Dallas Cowboys. That's it. That is my big, bold prediction of the week. He is going to go crazy. He's going to go crazy. He might get a touchdown pass from CMC. I think they're going to make a trick play. I have another prediction. I think Debo, CMC, double reverse pass play. I feel it coming. I feel Kyle's going to take he's going to make a big time trick play on this game. And another X factor is the kicking game. Cowboys, they missed 4 extra points with Maher. Not good. No bueno. No bueno. No bueno. And we got Robbie Gould. Robbie Gould, the kicker of this guy's amazing. If it comes down to a kicking game, I'm taking Robbie Gould over Maher every day of the week, twice on Sunday. If it comes down to a kicking game, Robbie Gould has the advantage. So that's the next factor. If it comes down to a close game-winning field goal type situation, Dallas better pray. They better pray for their kicker. This man missed 4 extra points. Unbelievable, man. Israel says, Kyle deserves all the props because he mixes it up. Let's remind y'all, Cowboys' run defense isn't the best. Let me tell you, man, Kyle Shanahan has been in his bag. Absolute bag. He has been unbelievable since he got CMC. He knows how to utilize CMC. He's such a versatile weapon. He makes things so much more comfortable for Brock and the gang. I'm telling you, man, Christian's going to go crazy. And we're forgetting about Deebo Samuel. Deebo. Oh, Deebo. Oh. Y'all forgetting about Deebo. He called a shot last year. He knew he was going to score a touchdown. He was crazy. I got Nick Bosa having 2 sacks. I got Deebo Samuel. He's going to have a big game, too. I think he's going to have he'll at least have a touchdown. He's going crazy on this game. Forget about Brandon Ayuk. George Kittle in the red zone. He might get a red zone touchdown. It's going to be a high-scoring game for the 49ers. I think the Dallas will put up some points. I think they're going to make it a little bit closer than we want it to. But ultimately, I feel like the 49ers are going to win the turnover battle, and they're going to pull away at the end. Let's drop your final scores before I drop my final score, and I want to see what you guys think. I think it's going to be closer than many people think. Initially, the game's going to start pretty tough, and I think they'll keep us on our heels. But the 49ers will ultimately pull away in the fourth quarter, and I think they'll get some turnovers, and they'll put the pedal to the metal. Last week, we saw Kyle. He was aggressive. They were up 38-17 and still trying to score touchdowns. You got to love it. Melissa says that the Cowboys' offensive line, good. They got some injuries throughout their team. Curse, their safeties, questionable. Peters, their lineman, he's got a hip injury, but he's pretty old, so they might be better with their rookie. But they do have some injuries on their O-line. Their O-line is traditionally pretty good. They're not bad. The O-line's got to be able to protect Dak. The 49ers, they got to be able to protect Brock Purdy. Both of these O-lines are going to be tested, though, I'm telling you, because both defenses are going to want to bring their pressure. They both got a prize package. Defensive lineman, defensive player of the year contender Nick Bosa versus Micah Parsons. Both of them are going to be coming for blood. Parsons, Nick Bosa, they're going to be just both of those guys are going to be on a mission. They're both going to be on a mission. Hopefully Parsons gets the shorter end of the stick here, and Bosa outplays him and is able to get to Prescott a lot. I feel that Bosa is going to have 2 sacks in this game. I think he's just going to swallow up those linemen. And I think he's going to spit out Dak Prescott for dinner. And I think Dak's going to be stressed out. He's going to throw some picks. I got Dak throwing 2 picks. I got I got Hufanga making a pick. And I got Mooney Ward making a pick. Those are my 2 picks. And I got sacks. I got Nick Bosa 2 sacks. I got Armstead with a sack. And Charles Omenihu, I got a sack for him. That's 4 sacks right there. They're going to bring the pressure. Debo get a touchdown. CMC, 200 yards. With a 2-touchdown game. Brock Purdy is going to have 3 touchdowns in this game. 49ers, y'all ready for this? 49ers, 33. Cowboys, 24. 33-24. It's a 9-point dub. So I think the spread is, 9.5, 10-point? I think that's a 10-point. So they won't cover the spread, but it's going to cover the over. No, it's a 4-point spread. Sorry. 4-point spread. So, yeah, the Niners would definitely win it if it's with the 4.5-point spread. 9-point win. 24-33. I could see it 27. I could see them maybe get a field goal, make it 27, closer. But I got 33-24. Niners pull away in the fourth quarter. Let's go. Let's get it. Miguel says the Niners have too many offensive weapons. They will continue putting up big points, and next game will be no different, period. I like it. Israel says we just need to make Dak uncomfortable. If you watched the last game, Dak was comfortable. Too much time. 100%. You give that anybody time, they're going to pick you apart. But last game, Tampa Bay, they could not get any pressure. Dak was sitting there making ham sandwiches and throwing touchdowns. He had all day to throw. So I agree 100%. That was definitely one reason why Dak was having such a good game. They could not get to him. They could not get to him. They definitely couldn't get to him. Hey, Boogie said Dallas got to score over 30 because we got Brock Purdy. Raj, Wayne, and I would like a link to that jacket. We'll get you a link. Jeff Hamilton, he hooked your boy up, but we'll make sure you guys get the link. I'll be posting it on my Instagram later. I just haven't had a chance to get to it yet. So, my boy John. Wayne Breezy, my boy Wayne Breezy. Hop in if you can, if you got a minute. He goes, my boy McGlinchey going to give up a sack. It's par for the course. He's going to give up a big sack to Micah Parsons maybe. But, hey, I hope McGlinchey holds it tough because he's definitely going to be an X factor. Micah Parsons is going to be all over the place. McGlinchey's got to be able to hold his P's and Q's. We can't have any silly penalties. McGlinchey got to come with the heat, man. It's going to be a big time matchup. John says Drake Jackson needs to be active. He needs to be valuable in these high stakes reps, and we need pressures. You know, I see it two ways. I definitely want to see Drake Jackson active because I think he's valuable to be able to chase down Dak. He's got the athleticism. We talked about it this week. Drake off the edge. He's a good young rookie. He's going to be a big time part of this team. They're not going to be able to keep both Ebicam and Amenahu. They're going to lose one of them most likely to free agency. I can't see him bringing Belts back. So, of course, Drake's the future. They're molding him to be taking over one of those guys. They got a lot of great linemen, but Drake's definitely a guy they're molding for the future. But rookies in the playoffs, sometimes Kyle isn't going to give him the opportunity because he wants to kind of soak it all up, learn the little things. It doesn't mean that he's not good. It just means that I think he wants him to see the bigger picture, learning how to kind of be prepared for the big moments. Because Demeco Lenore talked about it. I can't remember who tweeted about it. It might have been Cam Inman, but how Demeco Lenore, he didn't play a snap in the playoffs last year as a rookie. They deactivated him, and he kind of felt that he wanted him to learn, the little nuances of being, in the playoffs and stuff. So maybe they might not activate Drake because they want him to learn. Again, this team, I don't question the way they develop players now because we've seen what they've done to everybody that's been on this team. They become studs, man. They're undrafted or to whatever round they're drafted, and then they become a vital part of this team. So I don't question how they develop these guys. I would love to see Drake, but if he doesn't play, I think it's a bigger picture type thing where Shanahan's letting him learn and grow. And next year he's going to, grow from that. And maybe in his mind, he's like, I wish I was out there. I wish I was out there. I wish I was out there. And he's going to know what he needs to do to train in the offseason. So if he doesn't play, I think that's like the reasoning behind it. It's not that he's not good and Kyle doesn't like him. It's just it's a rookie. You need to learn these things. But with that being said, yeah, I would love to see Drake Jackson. So. Wayne says Drake won't play because they're a good run team again, and that's one of the reasons why he didn't play these last few weeks because they've been having to get that interior line depth and stop the run. And you're right. You're probably right, Wayne, is you got a team with Tony Pollard and Zeke Elliott, even though he's a little washed up. They got two formidable running backs, and the Cowboys like to run the ball. If you want to stop the run, you're going to have to play that inside. You're going to need to have interior line depth. But Dak is the wild card because he can kind of expand the pocket. He can rush, so you want to be able to contain him. So it would be nice to have the athleticism of a Drake Jackson. But I trust Ebicam. I trust Amenahu. Kerry Hyder, you can slide him outside, inside. And Jordan Willis. Jordan Willis is so underrated. Nobody talks about Jordan Willis enough. Enough, man. That guy is so nice. And, of course, Nick Bosa, the man, the DPOY. DPOY, baby. 49ers throwback, my man says, Kyle Shanahan today showed 49er players a video compilation that started with the 49ers, Cowboys, January 1982. The catch continued with the 1992, 93, and 94 NFC Championship games. He's trying to teach these young Bucks the culture of the rivalry. I love it. He's trying to infuse the rivalry to this team, and he showed them. He told them, this is what it's all about. It's the rivalry. It's not just Niners versus Cowboys, NFC division. It's the Niners versus Cowboys NFC division matchup. It means something to us. And he's trying to show him, baby. He's showing. Is Jimmy suiting up for this game? No, he's not. He's out for this game. He's out. Him and Ambry Thomas are out. He's still in a boot, per a source. Let's see. Appreciate you, Max. Matt Keller, do you think the trick for us, let me see this comment, is to run a screen with CMC or Debo and have Trent and Kittle blocking? I think it would be super effective, and they bulldoze Parsons. Oh man, you know Trent and Kittle are gonna stonewall this, but they're gonna put the pressure all over Parsons. I cannot wait to see a Kittle Trent pancake on Parsons. I know it's coming. 100% is happening. Whew. Wants to write history. Hey, Boogie said, who's your most overrated, hated Cowboy? Y'all drop it in the comments. Who do you guys hate the most out of the Dallas Cowboy history? Who do you guys hate the most? Dallas Cowboys. Who do you hate? Hate them all. It might be Jerry Jones, honestly. I can't stand that man. But, oh, man. Who do I hate the most out of the Cowboys? There's so many that I despise of. Just so much that I despise of. Oof. You know what? You know who I can't stand? I cannot stand Troy Aikman. I can't. Even when he commentates a game, oh, I get sick to my stomach. I can't. My stomach churns. I hated him growing up because they always compared him to Steve. Oh, Steve Young, Troy Aikman's the better. I was like, stop it. Stop it. I hate Troy Aikman. Overrated. Never liked him. It's Troy Aikman for me. I can't with him. Can't stand Troy Aikman. I'm starting to be like so against Micah Parsons, though. I don't like Parsons. He talks so much, and he did a lot of. I don't want to bring it up, but he did some nasty stuff when he was in college. Y'all go look it up, see what he was accused of. I don't know. I don't think Parsons, never been a Parsons guy, especially since college. He, some stuff he did, but yeah, I don't know. Troy Aikman, man, I can't stand that dude. I hated Troy Aikman, dude. Hated him. If I'm talking about a guy that killed us, that I hate because he was just so good, Emmitt Smith. I hated Emmitt Smith. He used to tear us up, man. He was good. I hate him. And I low-key got disgusted when Dion went to the Cowboys, but as I got older and I learned they didn't even try to get him a contract, I was pissed at the Niners for not even trying. When Eric Davis told the whole story on our live, and we were like, what the hell? It's crazy to me. But that win, oh, yeah, I hated that dude. That linebacker. I hated him. He was good. John Kitna. Oh, man. There's so many Cowboys I hate. I can't stand them. I hate the Cowboys. Hate the Cowboys with a passion. Need to get this dub. I'm supposed to hop on Aaron's. Let me. Okay. So I got a show to hop on from here. So just wanted to come on, preview the show. I'm going to go hop on another show in a minute. And, of course, I can't wait for this game. I hope you guys enjoy the game. I don't know if anybody of you guys are going to the game. If you are, scream loud, lose your voice. I don't want you coming back with the voice on Sunday night. Make sure you lose it. And if you do, have a lot of honey tea because we got to protect those vocals. But scream, lose your mind. I'm still on the fence if I'm going. If y'all want to send me a ticket, you can. I'll appreciate it. But we're still debating on if we're going. Those tickets are expensive, man. But I love you guys. We will be live on 49ers First Takes in just a few minutes. And, 49ers First Takes with Aaron, my boy from 49ers First Takes. You guys probably know him. He'll be on in just a few minutes. I'm going to hop on there. I'm going to get some dinner. I'll probably be on live on Instagram. So 49ers First Takes, I'm going to hop on there. And we'll be right back in a few minutes. I love you guys. Have a good rest of your night.